My next guest has got a big fight coming up here against Anthony Smith, UFC Fight Night, May 13th. It is Johnny Walker back here on the program. Johnny, how are you, man?
I'm great, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. Really excited to see you get this fight. I know it seemed like both of you wanted to have this matchup. It looked like you got plenty of notice. When did you find out about the fight?
I think straight away after my last fight.
Yeah.
I think Anthony Smith was in UFC Re for backup the title shot, right?
Right.
And I
Yeah.
saw him there already. And I knew straight away after I beat Paul Greg that he's supposed to be the next one. So I just wait for the contract and they send a few weeks later.
There we go. Now, there's been some confusion here, and I want you to try and clear it up for me. So it looked like this fight was going to be the main event, and then now it is Jairzinho Rozenstruik and Jailton Almeida is the main event. What happened there? What were you the main event at one point?
Yeah, I signed the contract for be the main event.
Okay.
And then I don't know what happened. I don't know why they decided to change, and they sent another contract to be the co-main event. Then, so I have to sign a different contract after. But I signed to be the first main event. The first contract was to be the main event, and then the
Okay,
second
yeah,
one was
'cause
to be the co-main event.
I talked to Jairzinho yesterday, and he said he signed to be the co-main event. So it's weird that they switched it up. Do you think it's something on Anthony's side, or do you think it was the UFC's decision to make you the co-main event?
I have no idea, so I think about it.
Okay, no worries, no worries. Well, it's obviously
So
nice.
for me, it doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah.
I'll be there. I have the job to do anyway, you know.
Yeah. Well, knowing both of your fight styles, I don't think this is going to go, the distance anyways. So that's good. Let's talk about Anthony Smith though. 36-17 record. Stylistically, how do you feel like you match up against him?
I think it's a good matchup for me now. It's a good test for me to show that I'm ready to be champion. No?
Mhm.
This guy fought Jones already. He always fight like high level guys. He very experienced. So one win on top of him is gonna put him in a really good position and show that I'm ready for another level. You know?
Anthony's never been finished at 205 pounds. Do you change your game plan a bit just knowing how durable he is? Or are you going to go into this fight like you always do and go for the finish?
I never really go to the finish. The finish it just happened. Like I'm gonna do my fight and see what's happened. But I have a very good knockout power, and whatever lands on him, he's gonna start feel the pressure. And let's see how the fight's going on. Like I'm ready for. I was ready for 5 rounds already. Like time the fight, I knew it's gonna be 5 rounds, so I was getting ready for 5 rounds anyway. So nothing changed. I still ready for 5 rounds. But if I have the opportunity to finish him earlier, of course I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you mentioned Anthony Smith being in Rio. He was the backup. What did you think of him missing weight for that title opportunity? I thought that was interesting.
Not sure. Like, if it wasn't me, I would not miss the weight.
Mhm.
Hopefully, he missed the weight on when he's gonna fight me, so I can get a little bit more money.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's always nice too. And we also haven't spoken since Jamahal Hill won the UFC title. What did you think of his performance over Glover Teixeira?
It was good. He's the champion now, right? And then, so just make me more excited to get my rematch soon.
Yeah, no, exactly. That'd be great. Training camp at SBG. How's all that going? Who have been some of your main training partners for this camp?
I've been doing a lot of boxing, so I'm sparring with heavyweight boxers, professional guys. One of them is Tom McCartney. He's a very heavy, strong, very good high level boxer. I have Will Fury.
Yeah.
That he fight on PFL, so he's one of the main guys that training for me as well. Just arrived today, Carl Moore. He's number 7 on Bellator, and gonna bring next week as well. Rafael Xavier. He fights on Octagon, so we're gonna have like 3 light heavyweights. So it's more than enough.
Yeah, a lot of good, training partners. What about coaches? Because obviously Connor was filming The Ultimate Fighter. Was John Kavanagh in your camp for a lot of it, or was he away in Vegas for The Ultimate Fighter?
Yeah, on the beginning he was on the company. Like I was training, doing all of we watch the fight and everything. We make a game plan and work toward the game plan.
Mhm.
And then now he's back here, so we train a few weeks when he's back. Then he leave I think today already. He's in America again because Lucy is gonna fight
Right.
Saturday, and then he come back again. So it's not how to say it's have a lot of fighters and I understand, but he make a really good training camp for me. So I just have to
Mhm.
follow his lead and everything's gonna work out. Like the last few two fights was like this, and I'm happy. So just have
Yeah.
to listen to him and keep going, training hard, pushing
Yeah,
myself
and,
every
and,
day.
and it's worked out. You've got a couple nice wins there, right? So whatever you're doing, keep doing it, right? So that's sort of the saying there. Now the weight cut, does that start now? Like how soon do you start cutting weight to get down to 205?
Uh, 1 month and a half ago,
Okay.
because I'm like in off, I'm like 110, 112 kilo.
Okay.
So I'm very heavy. So I have just to control my diet. I have to be under a certain calories. If not, I gain muscle really easy and put the weight really easy as well. So I have just to control. I have very good metabolism. I burn quickly as well. But if I don't control my calories, I get really strong and heavy. So it's just cut the cakes, some extras, desserts, and
Mhm.
I'm on my diet already for the last month, and I have a few more weeks to go. So now I have 11 kilos more to go. So it's not that hard.
Great. Okay. That's awesome. And your corner, I imagine John Kavanagh will be in the cage with you. Who else is going to be in your corner?
Uh, John Kavanagh, Peck Collins is my boxing coach. Rafael Xavier, uh, one of my sparring partner, and Mick Dollar, former Anthony Smith coach.
Okay. There you go. That's great. And when are you arriving in Charlotte? Are you going to go out like on the Tuesday, or because I know obviously you have to fly out from Ireland? How soon will you be there?
It's not very much difference of time zone, so it's just 4 hours. So I just need a few days to acclimatize it. So it's gonna be good for me, so I can push hard until the last week before I travel. I
Okay.
probably gonna leave here. I have my flights booked already. Probably I'm gonna leave here Sunday or Saturday or Friday. I'm not sure, but not very. I don't want to take like 2 weeks there. No, I'm gonna take the most of my camping train and
Yeah.
then get there, just cutting my weight and recover for the camping train.
Excellent. And what's your prediction? How do you see this fight playing out on May 13th?
You know, I don't like to let nobody else decide the fight for me. It's so much. Spend a lot of time and a lot of investment. A lot of hard work, dietitians, and you know, my birthday was 3rd of March. I'm 31 years old now, and I have a little piece of cake like this much.
Right.
So not much fun, no drinking, no partying, no night of sleep that missing because partying. So it's a lot of commitment.
Great.
I'm not gonna let the heifer decide for me. I'm gonna fucking decide this fight. I'm gonna finish him. I'm gonna do my best. I'm doing my best now. I trust that if I do my best now, whatever outcomes come from the fight, I'm gonna accept because if I deserve to win, I'm doing to deserve. So let's just see what's gonna happen because I'm gonna push myself into whatever it takes to get this win.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to it. Last weekend, we had a really awesome middleweight title fight. Israel Adesanya, Alex Pereira. It's Israel Adesanya getting the knockout win. What did you think of his performance?
It's really good. I like his defense now. I knew when I watched the replay in slow motion, Pereira was with his hand really low, so you can't have a very good attack and not much defense. I was like this before.
Mhm.
I was full attack and no defense, and this is why I get caught. I can knock anybody out, but can I protect myself? So if you don't protect yourself, it's what happens. You get knocked out. So now that I'm more mature, I understand more when I watch these fights, and I see that Alex have to work more on his defense, no hands a little bit more high. He stuck his chin a little bit low, no protect with his shoulder as well, so he can avoid get knocked out and get big shots. So it's all experience, right?
Yeah.
And I think Adesanya did really well, and he deserves to be the champ again.
What do you think of Pereira today saying that he's moving up to your weight class to lay heavyweight? What do you think of that?
Just come. It's, everyone's gonna be happy to welcome him here.
Yeah. Is that a fight you see down the line, you two fighting? That would be a really exciting matchup with both of your styles.
Yeah, whatever it takes, I'm happy. This is what I do for living. I don't pick fights,
Yeah.
whatever UFC book for me, I accept and I'll be happy. I make a camp train, I go there and mission accomplished.
It's great. And what do you make of, I don't know if you saw Jan Blachowicz offering to fight Israel Adesanya at middleweight. What do you think of that? He wants to fight Adesanya for the middleweight title because he has a win over him at 205.
Yeah, it's good for him. Like he can try, go down, but I don't think he have the like when we watch back the fight, right?
Mhm.
Adesanya didn't gain weight to make 205. He didn't get stronger. He didn't make like a prepare for that fight. And Blachowicz have the weight advantage on that fight. If Blachowicz go down, cut weight to fight Adesanya, I don't think he gonna perform like the last time because he gonna cut weight. He gonna lose muscle mass. Like me, I have to lose muscle mass to do 93.
Right.
So when he gonna do this, he don't gonna. I don't think he gonna perform the same. He's a solid, strong man, and he gonna go to a division below. So I don't think he never fight there. So it's gonna be, I think, tougher, and his chance to win is gonna be low.
A win, I'm not looking past him, but if you get a win here, how close do you think you are to a title shot if you get another impressive victory here?
I have no idea. If I finish him the first round, then I'm gonna ask for the title shot. If they wanna give him, I accept. If they don't give him, because I want my rematch against Hill, if he's still being the champion, until then. But if they don't give me, I'm gonna just keep moving forward. Like I'm not in a rush. I do what I love, And as you see, I have no time to cut my hair.
I think it looks good, man. I like the hairdo. Are you gonna cut it in? Are you gonna cut it and dye it again? Because I know you like dyeing your hair too. You coloring their hair.
No, I'm just gonna braid and
Okay.
back like this, and that's it. No time to cut the hair. Just train, eat, sleep, repeat.
For sure. But here's the most important thing, Johnny. Does your wife like your hair? Because that's the most important thing. Does she like your haircut?
She loves everything about me.
There you go. You got to keep her there. That's important. We obviously had Jon Jones defeating Ciryl Gane last month for the heavyweight title. What did you think of his performance? I think a lot of people were surprised at how quickly the fight went.
I wasn't surprised because Gunn never fought a good wrestler. Somebody that can take you down and submit you. So he thought that he's gonna keep the fight stunned, and I don't think he was ready for a wrestling matchup. Like me right now. I train wrestling, jiu-jitsu, boxing, Muay Thai. I train everything, so I'm ready for anything that happens. I'm an MMA fighter. I can't go there and defend like I'm a Muay Thai fighter or I'm a box fighter. I can't defend my martial arts anymore. This is MMA, and if you don't get ready for any situation, you're just gonna get tapped out very easily, and this is what happened.
Yeah. No, completely agree with that as well. And I mean, obviously, you've talked about maybe going to heavyweight, but I think you want to see how this run goes at 205 first. If you get a title shot, that's probably after you would get a title shot, right? Would you be going to heavyweight, you think?
100%. The diet, every cut, I think I'm getting stronger every year. I've just opened my prime now. I'm probably I always say like my prime is gonna be between 30 to 35 or something. And every year, every cutting, I'm getting stronger and heavier. It's getting a little bit harder. I'm very big. Right? I'm the biggest on the light heavyweight division.
Yeah.
I'm the tallest and probably the strongest as well. And it's getting hard, but I can keep pushing until I get my goals on this division. And then, of course, I'm going to move up.
And just my last question, again, not looking past May 13th, but would you like to fight again after this in the fall, in the summer? Like, I'm sure you want to keep active this year, right?
Yeah. I want to fight in the end of the year again.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not in a rush. I don't think about the future. I think about my goals on the next step, and you can't plan ahead. You have to finish everything. Like, I don't really like to talk about stuff like that because before I was moving and thinking too much ahead, and you spend energy in things that doesn't worth yet, So I just think about my next fight.
There you go. Hey, Johnny, thanks so much for doing this. Always appreciate you making the time. If there's anyone you'd like to thank before we get out of here, any sponsors or any social media you want to mention, I will give you the last word.
All right. Just want to say thank you for one of my sponsors, Platin Casino. Big hug, Platin Casino. I'm going to Malta next week to do some recording there for them. And if you guys want to follow me, my social media is at John Walker. And keep it up with me because I'm going to bring the gold soon.